Do our brains have the remarkable ability to rewire themselves, or is this a myth we've come to believe? This question was the focus of a study by scientists from the University of Cambridge and Johns Hopkins University. They challenged the common belief that the brain is like a malleable circuit board, constantly rewiring itself to adapt to new situations, such as the loss of sight, amputation, or stroke. The researchers scrutinized 10 studies that claimed to demonstrate the brain's ability to reorganize. But what they found was quite different. They concluded that these studies were not showcasing the brain's ability to rewire, but rather its capacity to adapt to changes by making the most of its existing abilities. Take, for instance, a study conducted by Professor Tamar Makin on individuals who had lost a finger. She found that signals from neighboring fingers were mapped onto the brain region responsible for the amputated finger. This suggests the brain wasn't rewiring itself, but rather enhancing existing signals. So it seems our brains might not be rewiring themselves after all, but rather enhancing their existing capabilities. If our brains aren't rewiring themselves, what's really happening? Let's delve into this intriguing question. Researchers have found no compelling evidence to suggest that the visual cortex of blind individuals or the uninjured cortex of stroke survivors develop new functional abilities. So what's going on? In fact, it appears that the brain's adaptation is a slow, measured process that requires persistent effort and practice. It's not about a miraculous reassignment of resources or a sudden transformation. Instead, it's akin to a sculptor carefully chiseling away, refining and enhancing what's already there. Understanding this true nature and limits of brain plasticity is vital. It sets realistic expectations for patients and guides rehabilitative approaches. It's not about looking for a quick fix or expecting the brain to suddenly rewire itself. It's about working with what we have, enhancing our latent abilities, and persistently training our brains. In the end, it seems our brains are less about rewiring and more about refining and enhancing what's already there. A slow, incremental process of adaptation, not a magical transformation.